All right, so basic pumping operations, like super basic pumping operations. It's easy, we've all done it a lot. There's a million ways to skin a cat, right? This seems to work really well for me when I'm teaching people who've never done it before. So this is how I do it. 4 steps. Shut everything. Everything's closed, okay? Step 2 is figure out where you want your water to come from. Step 3 is get a prime and build pressure. And step 4 is determine where you want your water to go and open those valves. So step 1, we've closed everything. Everything in this engine is closed. And by everything, I mean everything is closed. All the valves. Number 2, everything's closed. Front dischargers are closed. Even the live reel is closed. Oops. Now the live reel is closed. So everything's closed. And where do I want my water to come from? I really only have 2 options. I can pump out of my tank, or I can pump over my overboard draft, my number 8. Commonly referred to as suction. A whole different conversation there. For this exercise, I'm going to pump off my overboard draft. So I open that. That's step 2. Step 3 is to fire up my pump and get pressure. Okay, so I'm going to fire up my pump. I'm going to pull the primer until this gauge jumps. It's just going to wiggle. It may initially give me a little bit of pressure, and I might have an air bubble in there because I know that this is empty. This does not have water in it. After I see pressure, I always go and discharge some water. In this case, I'm just going to discharge a little bit of water into my tank through my number 2. Okay, that gets the air bubble out. We're all still on step number 3 here. It's the complicated step. Fire up the pump, give it some RPM so that you can see pressure, pull the primer until the water's up there and you're getting something on this gauge. It is a waste of time. Don't try and look underneath the truck for water coming out. Watch the gauge will tell you. And then once I have pressure shown, I open that number 2 a little bit just to bleed off any air. And then we'll go to step 4. But step 3, little bit of RPM. I got it jump. I got pressure. So when I opened that number 2 and I started pumping water into the tank, you probably couldn't see it on the video, but the pressure gauge dropped down a lot. There was a big air bubble in there. It sucked that air bubble right through and pushed it right into the tank. Okay, by feathering that, I got it to work. I open and close it very slowly, but you should be able to open that number 2 slowly and then close it, and when you close it, your pressure will come back up. Even if it drops out all the way, it should come back up when you close it. If you close it and it doesn't come back up, you don't have a prime. At this point, you're at step 4. Where do you want your water to go to? You have an overboard discharge, you have a live reel, you have other overboard discharges. You can go anywhere you want. Pump a hose lay, pump a live reel, your choice. But that's my 4-step process. Seems to work fairly well when I'm teaching people.